How are you? Welcome back to another lovely live ASMR session here on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out with me if you are here live. If you're not and you're watching this after the fact, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you very, very much. Tonight, we're going to be doing some lovely lid sounds. Using this jar of coconut oil, which smells absolutely amazing. Absolutely fantastic. How have y'all been? Hopefully okay. Fresh out the shower. So my hair's kind of wild. It's funny, I used to hate the middle part kind of hairstyle. Like when I was a kid, I used to always detest it, but for whatever reason, I don't mind it much as an adult. It just kind of works, I guess. I don't know. I'm still kind of getting used to it. But as I grow my hair out, it's just kind of the way it's gotta be until it gets long enough to put up in a ponytail or whatever. How's the audio? Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. It's Thursday evening. It's about to be December 1st, which is kind of crazy. This year has passed by super quickly. Absolutely quickly. It's kind of crazy. It's pretty much been a year since I moved here to South Carolina. Just got a lovely donation from Carrie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's the bonus of these live streams. If anyone donates, we get some kissing sounds too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're absolutely amazing. I like plastic tops. The tapping sounds that come out from here are pretty nice. Usually. Hi there. Let me see. I'm gonna bring some new mods onto the team. There you go. There you go. Hopefully, I pray for a fast recovery for your grandmother. Hopefully she turns out okay. Hopefully she'll be alright. If anybody and any of your families are in the hospital, I hope that they get better. If you're feeling sick right now, I hope you get better. Really, really soon. sick sucks. I hope it gets better. I hope you feel better. Thanks, Fee. Yeah, please like the video if you're enjoying. It helps me out. Check, 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 check. I went to the what's it called? The store, the music store, and I whatchamacallit, it's called Guitar Center. And I'd gotten a chance to test out some of the microphones that they have there. Funny enough, they actually had the microphones that GB ASMR uses now, and Fast ASMR. I think GB uses them. I know Fast ASMR uses them. They're the Rode NT1s, and those microphones sound absolutely amazing. You know, like it's one thing to listen to a video, of someone using those microphones, but to actually try it out myself at the store was like amazing, absolutely amazing. So I might have to save up some. Maybe for my birthday I'll get them, so that I can use them for regular streams and these streams too. Because I mean, this microphone has like always been amazing. The Yeti has been my workhorse since I started. Since I started, I've been using the Yeti, and it's got an absolutely amazing sound. But there are great microphones out there that do a fantastic job of capturing sounds in a specific way, and I think the Rode NT1s are pretty decent. So I might have to get those. At least maybe one for like Twitch streams or whatever, just like regular kind of talking stuff. That doesn't really require anything. But they block out background noise so good and pick up, the nice sounds really well. It was really interesting. And then, but when I was at the store, I actually picked up a new microphone for practice, for band practice, and for like live shows. Because I was using a microphone that wasn't necessarily suited for vocals, so I got a better one that is actually like a standard microphone for vocalists, industry wide, and so that was worth it. I got a chance to try it out last Monday for practice, and it's amazing. Picks up my voice exactly how I've been needing it to pick up my voice, so it's great. Your stepson wants to start gaming, and you want to treat him to a nice microphone for Christmas. What do you recommend? I would recommend getting him the blue Snowball as like a starter microphone. I don't think that's too expensive for a microphone. Either a blue Snowball. It's like the step below the Yeti. So it doesn't have all the options that the Yeti has, but it's a pretty solid microphone as like a starter microphone for sure. Shout out to Fee for donating. Oh my god. Like this, so they know you are here. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're awesome. But yeah, I would recommend the blue Snowball, or a Yeti if you want to kind of start him out at a higher range. If he has like a gaming headset, like the microphones on there usually depending on the headset, they they can be bad, they can be not bad. It just depends. Like if he's just streaming or whatever, it's fine. You know, any microphone will work. But um, for a pop mic too, because your partner does music, but you've been gathering opinions. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Rode NT1s are pretty great, but those are a couple $100. Um, yeah, there's a wide variety, but a good standard like steady microphone to start with. Your best bet is going with like a Blue Snowball for sure. Um, I think that thing is pretty rugged, so if he's a younger kid, he's gonna be moving it around and figuring stuff out for the first time as he starts streaming and stuff like that. So it's usually good to kind of get like a robust microphone that will help you just kind of as you're starting, and then as he gets a little bit more experience, he can kind of go for the better microphones, right? But yeah, that'll be good for him. Why doesn't YouTube on desktop not have a dark theme? I know, I wish they did. It's really annoying. It's having a bright light theme. He wants to be a quote unquote YouTuber. Yeah, he can do a lot with the Blue. It's a really good starter microphone, the Snowball. The Blue Yeti Nano. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, if that exists, then that's probably a better option even than the Snowball. But Blue makes really good microphones. So you're probably gonna be spending your money well, regardless of which one you pick up, for sure. Yeah, I could never find the dark theme on desktop. Maybe it's only for certain browsers. I could never find it. What's my favorite sports? I don't really follow sports too much. I root for my teams, my home teams, like the Chicago Bears, Chicago Cubs, the Bulls, Blackhawks. But I don't remember players' stats and their names and their hometown and all that stuff. I got too much going on. I don't have room. Pass the tequila. Ooh, tequila sounds great. I gotta do a mouth sounds video here soon. Yeah. No, I don't really have time to do sports. My tattooing job is a full-time job. I love lid sounds. They're so nice. They're wonderful. Do you have any tips on getting into tattooing? Just gotta build up a good portfolio. Practice drawing. When you build up a good portfolio with a nice mix of, a nice healthy mix of drawings, your own style of stuff, figure drawings, tattoo style sketches and things like that. Like do like traditional style tattoos and show that you understand how to draw those. And then you just build up a nice portfolio and go to different shops and ask for an apprenticeship. Go in with a good attitude. The more welcoming you are, the more easy it is to be around you as a person, the better. Because nobody wants to work with a jerk, Become a sponge. Soak in everything that you can once you do get the apprenticeship, but always go for the apprenticeship, especially nowadays. It's pretty easy to get tattoo machines, but they're not the greatest machines, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna really screw someone up. You're gonna really jack their skin up. It's always best to be supervised by a professional who's been doing it for a few years. How much do I charge an hour? Since I'm an apprentice still, I charge about $75 to $80 an hour until the tattoo's done. Usually if we go over like 5 or 6 hours, I'll drop it to like 60. Because by that time the tattoo's already $600. So I try to be pretty reasonable to our clients, at least at my shop. But it just depends on the piece. Most tattoos that I do are just set prices. They aren't hourly. So you only have to just pay one price and that's it. But for bigger pieces, things that require a lot of time, we just do hourly. Especially if you have to come back for multiple sessions. Just kind of the way it is. Most people can only sit for about 3 to 4 hours at the most. A lot of people like to think that, oh yeah, I could sit and get stabbed for 12 hours, and no, that's not the case at all. At all. You can only sit for just a few. And it's one of those things where even if you can sit for, multiple hours, your skin might not be able to endure that amount of pain for that, long of time, or that long period. Usually your skin is what dictates how long you sit for a session. Because if your skin particularly swells up quickly, then it's hard to tattoo that. Because you'll end up just damaging it, overworking the skin. But yeah, some people actually sit for 12 hours. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy actually, but I mean, especially if you travel for a tattoo and it's a big piece, you just kind of want to sit there and get it done, because obviously you don't want to spend a ton of money to leave and come back, right? So you're gonna sit as long as you can to get it done. Certain situations like that, you just gotta like power through. But for the most part, 3-4 hour sessions are a good amount. They better buy you lunch if they sit for 12 hours. Nah, you don't have to buy lunch, but tipping is definitely something that would be the best option in that situation. Because, I don't know, maybe not a lot of people know this, but tattoo artists only earn a percentage of whatever we charge you for a tattoo. So depending on the percentage that, every shop is different. Some artists get 50%, some artists get 35% or whatever. You know, if I charge you for a $150 tattoo, I don't get $150. I get, you know, a portion of that. But we get to keep all of our tips, so that's why we like people that tip, because it's like, well, hey, you appreciate what I just did for you, and it actually goes back into actually supporting, actually helping me out. Hey there, sweet pea. Thank you. I like my hair too. I wish it was longer. I can put the top in like in a bun, but I can't quite get the back in there yet. It's not quite long enough. It's not quite long enough yet. Hopefully soon. Now it just looks crazy. Tip your waitress and your tattoo artist for sure. Tip anyone that does like a service for you, you know? Tip your strippers. I guess maybe you could probably tip your mechanic too if they do a really good job. You know, but if it's like a service-based industry kind of job or a customer service kind of job, definitely tip, you know? It just shows your appreciation for the work that they did, the custom work that they did for you. Whether it's you know, tattooing or serving you, you know, bringing you good customer service, or giving you the best lap dance you've ever gotten. You're dyeing your hair black tomorrow? Nice. Isn't that dangerous or like damaging to the hair, dyeing it black? Like jet black? I guess you just gotta be really careful when you do that kind of thing, I suppose. Damaging? Yeah, I don't know. I just heard it was damaging to hair if you black it out. Or that, or it just makes it harder to make it a different color later because it's so black, you know? Whereas if you just dyed it like a random color, it's easier to change. Georgina. Thank you. Thank you for that lovely donation. I appreciate you so much. Okay, we got a lot of donations. I'm gonna take a shot. As per usual. So if you happen to be watching this and have some alcohols nearby and you want to join me in this, I would recommend you do. I'm actually running pretty low. Nice liquidy sound. And our lovely skull glass. Cheers. Ooh. Delicious. Thank you guys for the love tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. I've always taken shots for, you know, multitude of donations and stuff. Kind of brought it over from Twitch, I guess. I'll probably be on Twitch this weekend. But it's fun. I'll probably do some ASMR over on Twitch this weekend. Usually we play games and stuff over there, but I've been having a dilemma, and I guess I don't know. Let me make some lid sounds while I go on this little, not really a rant, but a talk. I take a shot of chocolate milk. Delicious. But lately I've been like at a loss for, or like when it comes to video games, like I find myself not enjoying, or like there aren't any video games that I feel like I want to play right now, which is weird. I was really excited about Call of Duty Blackout or Black Ops 4 and their battle royale mode, but uh, between that mode and the multiplayer, there's a lot of gimmicks and a lot of like extra shit that I really don't enjoy. Like I miss, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, just run and gun, that kind of stuff. No extra random stuff. Like, yeah, I guess we had C4 and or claymores and stuff like that, but not like all the random crap that we have now in Black Ops. So like that's become unenjoyable right now. Tiana, thank you. Appreciate it. I have been enjoying Hitman 2, which was great. I haven't beat it yet. I've been kind of going back through the Hitman 1 levels and like kind of trying to 100% those and get all the different achievements and stuff for that. But yeah, we could probably play Hitman 2 this weekend. But again, Hitman is like it's not something that I want to like sit down and am excited to play every day, I miss having a game like that. It used to be World of Warcraft, but the newest expansion doesn't look appealing at all. I used to play a little bit of Overwatch, but I fell out of love with that. What else did I used to play? Let me check. Destiny 2, I played that for a little bit, but obviously for anyone who's, into gaming or whatever, Destiny 2 didn't have a stellar launch. So it was fun for a little bit, but it didn't really have any staying power with me in the beginning. So I heard it's really good now. Like I heard like the newest expansion and everything's kind of like been fixed that was broken in Destiny 2. So I may give that another try just to see how that is, but it's one of those things where it's like the game is already how many months or like a year or two old already. It's kind of hard to go back to that and feel like I'm having meaningful progression in a game. Like I'd like to play a new game where I can progress and feel like I'm actually doing something rather than playing like a quote unquote dead game or a game that's been out already for a long time and the only people playing are just hardcore people that's all they play. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just at a loss. I'm still on the fence for Red Dead Redemption 2. I hear mixed reviews from it. I hear that it's like, yeah, it's an amazing game. It looks great. There's a lot of cool things about it, but there's a lot of people that are like, it's meh. The graphics are cool, but there's a lot of clunky mechanics and like, the online just came out, which, some people are having complaints about that too, where it's like, I don't know, it's kind of cancerous with people yelling in the microphone and it just doesn't seem like fun, like I wish we had like a Halo 2 or a Halo 3 nowadays, something that was just like fun to play, that wasn't toxic, that wasn't like, it was a complete game, yeah, sure, there might be like little patches here or there, but it was a complete game. Battlefield 5 doesn't look fun at all. What else? I don't know. And like that's all like the main games that I can think of. I'm not really an indie kind of person. Like I don't really get excited about indie games. I do have some games in my backlog, like Final Fantasy 15. There are some expansions for the Spider-Man game, which I really enjoyed. I 100%ed that game. That's how amazing that was. So I could probably, pick up the expansions for that and check that out. But, yeah, it's just hard. Mickey says I got hooked on Legion because of the new Demon Hunter class. But you understand what you mean about the BFA expansion? Yeah, Legion was pretty cool. I played Legion for a little bit. I raided. That was fun. Got together with some old guildmates and we had a ton of fun. But yeah, BFA just did not look like a fun expansion at all. Some people think, yeah, the Red Dead Redemption 2 story is like, top notch. The characters are really cool, but it's like, that's great, but I want to have fun playing the game too, I want to have to be fighting clunky controls and things that were trying to go for too realistic rather than, understanding that like, hey, I'm playing a game, not living real life. But yeah, so it's one of those things. Hey there. Get crazy on Sims. I tried to play Sims. I could never get into it. Same thing with like Minecraft. Like, I just feel like I'm not really doing anything. Like, what is there to do with the Sims? Just make characters and watch them do crazy stuff, right? Well, I play Kingdom Hearts 3. That looks fun. I've never completed a Kingdom Hearts game. I've like dabbled in them, but that's what's got me on the fence with Kingdom Hearts 3 is that like I've never finished, fully a Kingdom Hearts game. So, am I gonna be lost? I'm sure the game is gonna be fun regardless, but I don't know. I'm with the state of the way that games are coming out these days, you know, $60 games that need to be patched, that are, glitchy and incomplete with microtransactions and all that, bullshit. I'm a little bit more, what's the right word? Stingy or careful with my $60 that I'm gonna pay this AAA company for an incomplete, possibly incomplete game. Like, I'd rather not. One video of you getting a victory in Fortnite still gets you. That's another game too, Fortnite. It's like I have this internal battle of whether I want to play Fortnite anymore. Because like I feel like I kind of outgrew it, but at the same time it's like I had a lot of fun playing it, It's just, I wanted to move from Fortnite onto Call of Duty, but Call of Duty was disappointing, so it's hard to go back and play Fortnite, And then also because they've implemented some things in Fortnite that don't look fun. that don't look fun at all, that make the gameplay kind of cheesy, So, I don't know. I played PUBG for a little bit as well, but I have a sour taste in my mouth from PUBG because I played it when it first came out, and oh my god, even though I played a bunch of it, it was a laggy, terrible mess of a game. And I'm sure it's patched now, and there's, whatever, but I mean, I still keep up to date with people who talk about those games, so like I have an idea of what new patches, what new things are coming out for the game, so I'm still current with like what's new, and even still to this day, it's like, it's not something I want to spend my precious time playing. Battlefront 2, I think, right? Yeah, the newest Battlefront game, or the Star Wars, yeah, the new Star Wars Battlefront game. It's getting an expansion soon with like Obi-Wan Kenobi and like the Clone Wars, and that trailer looks absolutely amazing. But again, that game burned everybody when it first came out because it had really, really, really bad microtransactions and loot boxes that were tied to game progression. So like, it was pay to win. If you paid to buy these certain things with real money, you got a game advantage, and that was really, really, really bad. And even though, because of all the backlash, the company was forced to take those out and restructure the game, you already burned me at the beginning, like you've already burned the customer at the beginning, so we're not going to come back. There's no, like, I don't trust you as a company anymore because you tried to burn me. You tried to make a game that was tailored to trying to make as much money off of your customer as possible. Like, that's fucked up. Make a good game and we will give you money. Like that's what I don't understand about companies. It's like, if you make a good game, people will give you money for it. Look at Fortnite. It's absolutely free, yet they're making tons and tons and tons of money because they made a good game. They focused on making a good game. It's a free game. They're not even asking you for any money up front. It's absolutely free. and it's making a ton of money because people are happy and willing to give up their hard-earned money for a good product. And it's like, how hard is that to understand? How hard is that to understand? You know? Just make a good product and people will come and eat it up. They will eat it up. Okay? And you will make all the money. More money than you might have even estimated. Because you focused on making a good product that people want. But if you're just focused on, oh, well, we're going to put these mechanics in there to incentivize people to spend more money, you're already doing it wrong. You're already doing it wrong. And you're going to burn people. And every time a company does it, and there's been so many companies over the last 2-3 years that have been doing it, the more companies do it, the more people wake up. And the more people send a message with their wallets by not buying your stuff. And you lose. You lose customer support. You lose integrity. You lose all of it. And it's like, you could have avoided all of that. You could have been shady and shitty as much as you want. But as long as you made a good product, you could have made money. You know, focus on making a good product, and you'll be fine. People will be there to buy it. And love it. Just make a good game. Make a good game, please. It's not hard. It takes time. It takes time to make a good game, but there's tons of talented individuals out there that are more than happy to sit there and focus on making a good game. You just have to give them the time, and they can do it. And it's been proven. You know, Rockstar made a great game. With Red Dead Redemption. Who are the people that made Horizon Zero Dawn? An amazing game. Amazing game. And yeah, there's just been tons of single little great games here and there throughout the last couple of years, and it's like there should be more. There should be more great games out there. But these AAA companies, they see it from the wrong direction, and it's just horrible. So, yeah, that's why I'm in my current predicament of not knowing what the fuck to play. I don't know what games to play, because there aren't any good fucking games anymore. For the love of God, please somebody make this good man a decent game. You're hilarious. Thank you for modding, Trista. I appreciate it. Thank you. Operation, the board game. Now that's a good game. That takes skill. It's pretty rewarding when you win. It's just like that game where you have the ring, that metal ring that you have to put through a maze without touching the metal line. The game is fucking hard, but if you win, it's very satisfying. The pudding community is so kind, you love it. The pudding community, also known as the pudding pack, is absolutely amazing. Everyone's just here trying to have a good time. Maybe make a friend, but just mainly to relax. Just relax. Duérmete. Have I ever played Resident Evil? Yeah, of course. Back in the Nintendo 64 days. That game was scary as fuck when I was a kid. And it was mainly scary because of the controls. Like, everything was so slow. So, like, when a zombie was coming up on you, it's like, fuck, I can't move. Shit. Die. Super scary. More foreign languages? I don't know any foreign languages. Omelette du fromage. 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 I wish I knew how to speak Brazilian Portuguese. I love that language. Brazilian Portuguese is so nice. Do you like horror games? Horror games are cool. I was freaking out playing this. It's one of the Slender Man games. What is my hairstyle called? I have no idea. It's literally just, I don't know. Like before, I had the top, like this much from the top, like from here to here, all grown out, and the sides shaved. And I had like a really long mohawk, but I cut it and grew everything out. So it's just grown out hair. Parted in the middle. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've gotten a trim, but I'm kind of just letting it go until it's super duper long. Super duper long. And it used to be like green, actually, but I let it fade and it actually faded all the way back out to blonde. Like there's hardly any green tint in it, which is kind of neat, I guess. I don't know. Kind of an unexpected nice thing that happened, I guess. I don't know. That's your hair plan, just letting it do its own thing? Yeah, pretty much. Dude, you have like super long hair, Wandering Whispers. And an extremely long beard. I'm jealous. Like, I think my beard is decent. Like when it's like short, or even like, 5 o'clock shadow kind of look. But once it gets long, like it's just messy. It's just messy, and I don't have the patience to keep up with like, trimming it and shaping it and using beard oil and all that stuff. Like I don't have the patience for that. I just, it's the same thing with my hair. I just let it fucking do its own thing. Don't even put it up. Once it gets long enough, put it up in a bun and just let it be wild and free. But you have a fantastic head of hair and a fantastic beard. If you guys haven't checked out Wandering Whispers, do it. It's got great videos. If you like grizzly bearded men, he's a good one. I'm so sorry. But yeah, got some people from Brazil here in the chat. Hey, like I said, I love Brazilian Portuguese. Such a nice language. Any girl could say anything to me in that language, and I would just be like, ah, so nice, so nice. mm. Couldn't sleep without listening to your lid tapping and scratching. Aw. Well, I'm glad the video helped. That's what they're there for. To help make you feel so good. Make you feel great. You can sing a little in Japan. That's awesome. Your pronunciation in Spanish is very good. Well, Spanish was my first language. I just lost it over the years, like pretty early on. Like I can understand a lot of it, but I can't really like converse or like have a conversation. Like it's hard for me to do that. It's just difficult, I guess. I don't know. To like translate the word in my head, from English to Spanish. Because I don't use the words often enough to be like, oh yeah, it's just this word, this word, this word. Do you listen to Slipknot? Slipknot's pretty cool. They got some really good songs. But because I'm in a death metal band, I've been listening to a lot more death metal. So I'm a fan of bands like Suffocation, Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, stuff like that. Yeah. Spanish is your first language too. Black Dahlia Murder, yeah, they have some really good songs. You studied Japanese for 4 years and you forgot everything in just 2 years? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. No, I don't know who that is. What am I tapping? It's coconut oil. Sometimes you try to describe what's happening around you in Spanish, just in your head. It helps. Ooh, that actually sounds like a really good practice technique. It's actually a really good technique. You studied French in 4 years and you forgot all of it. Oh no. you enjoy cooking or no? Yes and no. Yeah, because like it's rewarding when you cook something nice. But no, because having to clean it all up sucks. So, yeah. Baking is better than cooking. That's interesting. Yeah, Abraham. Yeah, I'm in South Carolina. Yeah, if you want to come get a tattoo, come by the shop. Or if you live a couple hours away and you want to schedule an appointment, you can totally do that over the phone and email as well. If you go to my Instagram, my tattoo shop is tagged in it. And I've already tattooed a couple of pudding cups, which is pretty great. It's always nice having one of you guys come down, get a little tattoo, let's hang out for a couple hours. Come on and get one. Doesn't have to be anything big, just be on a small little piece. Especially in the next couple months, it would extremely help, because usually between October and like, I would say maybe February is what we call slow season. And that's when there's not a lot of people getting tattoos, for whatever reason. People spend their money on gifts and, I don't know, paying taxes and stuff like that. So, but usually like March till like summer is like tax season, which is great. Tons of people come get tattoos. But yeah, I'm pretty much free for the next couple months. I don't have too many things scheduled, so it's pretty open. If you want to come by and get some, I have a bunch of flash that I've drawn up to that I would love to do. So if you don't really know what you want to get, I have a ton of suggestions of stuff that would look pretty awesome. If you would let me do it. I've tattooed literal pudding cups on people? No. I mean, like, because I call you guys my pudding cups. Those are you guys that, support me, subscribe, and stuff like that, that watch me. You're my pudding cups. And I've had pudding cups, some of you guys, come down from different states and stuff, to get tattoos. Prepare to tattoo butt cheeks? Oh, God. You have to pay a little bit extra for that. Have I played Silent Hill before? No. Yeah, it'd be cool to tattoo a little pudding cup. Like my logo. That'd be pretty dope. People only want to get tattooed when they can show them off right away. Yeah, that makes sense too. Which is kind of weird, because when you're letting a tattoo heal, you have to keep it out of the sun. You have to stay out of the water. So you can't show it off anyway. So it's like, who cares? But yeah. You're new? Hey, what's up, Savage? How's it going? Welcome. You'd Get a tattoo of a word in Portuguese. All my tattoos are the tattoos that I got recently are pretty much done healing. Got a little bit left to go. All the flaking is done. It's just a matter of the skin returning to nice, smooth skin. Do you play Fortnite? I used to. Your tattoos look so good. Thank you. You can thank my tattoo artist for doing them so well and making my ideas come to life. What am I tapping on? Coconut oil. Coconut oil. Coconut oil. No, I still need to get more tattoos. I won't be done getting tattoos for a while. I still have a whole other leg to do and a bunch of spaces to fill up. Like I gotta put something here in this area. I have to finish my chest on this side because I have a chest piece here. Then I have to tie them together with something so that it looks all uniform and it fits together. And then eventually I'm gonna get my neck tattooed. That's probably the last tattoo that I'm gonna get. Because I don't necessarily know what I want there yet. I know I do want to get a tattoo there, but I don't know what I want there yet. So I'm waiting. I'm going to keep that one last. So get all the other little stuff that I want, finish all the little spaces and things like that, and then once I finish all that, then I'll figure out what I want to do with the neck. But yeah, eventually I will get it tattooed. I don't know. I kind of like my neck. It's nice. It's a nice neck. That sounds kind of weird, but to me it makes sense. Like it's a nice neck, and I don't know. I have to figure out a nice piece to complement it. Something that's not maybe like bright and colorful, brings attention to it. Nothing too like dark or whatever. So I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Haven't quite figured it out yet. All of your tattoos have meaning? No, not all of them. I mean, I give like little meanings to them, to some of them. But they don't all mean it, something. A lot of them are just stuff from my childhood that like I grew up with that I really enjoyed, like I recently got a Stitch and like a Furby. It's a demonic Furby, but and her name is Muriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog, and those were all things from my childhood that I grew up with, and that I saw the artwork that the artist who did them drew up, and I was like, those look really awesome. I want them on my body. That was pretty much it. They don't really have a super metaphysical, message or anything like that. It's just, I like the designs. It's something that I enjoyed as a child growing up and was a part of my upbringing, and yeah, I just liked it. It was cool art. So yeah, you don't really have to have a specific meaning. It could just be something that you think is neat and that means something to you. That's it. Pretty much it. And same thing for a lot of the artwork. I mean, like stuff like this, like the panda, represented a specific time in my life, and like my personality at the time, and like how I was feeling at the time. Stuff like that, like the lotus kind of has its own like meaning and representation and stuff, but they're really nice designs that look cool as well, so it could have a meaning, and it could just be they look nice. I would say that there's definitely, kind of like with everything, like there's certain hairstyles suit certain facial features or certain people, like certain clothes just look good on certain people. Certain, whatever. That applies to everything. I think when it comes to tattoos, certain tattoos just look good on certain people. Whether it's placed on the body or what kind of specific design it is. I think a combination of the person's personality, their style, and other factors all combine to to mix with what makes a good tattoo for that specific person. Um, yeah, not everything looks good on everyone. That's always been a thing, right? So somebody could copy a tattoo and get the same tattoo, but it won't necessarily look good on them because that tattoo was made for a specific person. Just as an example. um, and that's why it's kind of good to give freedom to the artist that's doing your tattoo, a little, at least a little bit of freedom to come up with a design, because they're going to create a design that looks good on you. Because most tattoos are done for a specific person for their specific part of the body, and they're designed that way. So if you get somebody copying the same tattoo and getting in a completely different spot, it's probably not going to look that good. Probably. Do you regret any of them? Not really. No, if I was going to regret a tattoo, I wouldn't get it in the first place. All of my tattoos are like, I enjoy. I'm happy that I have. There isn't one that I'm like, I don't really like that or whatever. No, like, I enjoy all of them. I think maybe I would like rearrange certain ones, maybe. But I kind of like how they look, how they turned out, Any piercings? The only piercing I have right now is my septum pierced. It's kind of small. But when it comes to piercings, like I wasn't really the kind of person to get like tons of piercings and like super big jewelry and stuff like that. Like I don't know. For me, and again, this is just for me. I think when it comes to piercings, I just like very simple adornments. Like I don't want to go too extreme because I don't think it will look good for me on my face with my style and the clothes that I wear and the my personality. It wouldn't fit. So the piercings that I get are small, simple. In certain places that accentuate certain features of mine. So that's stuff that you kind of have to think about whenever you're going to do stuff. For a little while, I had a vertical labret on my lip, and you could probably see a couple videos ago. But I had to take that out because it wasn't healing right. And it sucks that I had to take it out because I really liked how I looked with that piercing. Like I loved the way that I looked with that piercing so much. It was so good. But because I'm a vocalist in a death metal band and I have to scream and contort my lips and my mouth in certain ways to get a certain sound, there's no way that piercing was going to heal at all, good anyway. So that kind of sucks. So I don't know, maybe in the future if I stop singing for whatever reason, or I don't know. But yeah, I think maybe the only other piercing that I would get, I don't know, I kind of always wanted an eyebrow piercing. I feel like that might look good on me. That, or like maybe like a side lip. I don't know. I'm kind of happy with what I have. I have my ears pierced, obviously. I might get some more ear piercings, but yeah. A bunch of people asking what the band name is. We're called Crypt Dweller. We don't have any, like, we're not like ready to like release anything yet. In the next couple months, actually, we're gonna be recording our first album. So Once all that information and stuff comes out, I'm definitely gonna, make a video, let you guys know, like, hey, go check out our album. Maybe come to a live show or something like that. But that's all gonna be happening in February. So yeah. And like I said, once we're ready to release social media and all that stuff, like, I'll let you guys know. So right now I'm just kind of, talking about it here and there, not really being too specific. But yeah, I'm just really excited about it. The music that we're making is it's it's phenomenal. It's fucking it's phenomenal. And we're pretty much bringing death metal back to South Carolina, because right now there aren't really any South Carolina death metal bands. There's some in North Carolina and other places around here, but in South Carolina, in the music scene here, there isn't really death metal. So we're kind of bringing that back, and we're going hard. It's gonna be crazy. February's so far away. It is, but time is flying by. February's gonna be here in no time. No time at all. But yeah, I'm super stoked to have the stuff that we've been practicing and creating, mixed and mastered properly. Because right now we just have recordings, of all of us in one room just practicing. So once we get our audio engineer in there and set everything up and record everything properly, it's gonna sound ridiculous. Yeah, it's kind of funny, I do all this like soft whispering and relaxing stuff, but I also scream and growl and write songs about crazy stuff. You guys will see. It's gonna be pretty rad. You don't need your ears to be messed up. It's funny. You don't need to listen to, heavy metal and screaming and stuff at the loudest volume. You could have normal volume and listen to it like any other metal song. You'll be fine. Your ears will be absolutely okay. I promise. But yeah. No, not cryptic dweller. It's crypt dweller, all one word. Like I said, we don't have any social media or anything yet, so I'm gonna be actually creating that here soon. We just got our final logo design. So once I kind of polish that up a little bit, I'll create, Instagram page, maybe a Twitter, probably Facebook for sure. We're gonna have to create social, because like we're not like it. This is not like we're this is gonna be like almost an online only thing. Like we're gonna do live shows, of course, like in the area, but the music is gonna be like an online kind of thing. We're still gonna have like you will be able to buy a CD and stuff like that, but so the point is we're really gonna have to use social media and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna be creating all that stuff here pretty soon. What's the angry thing in the back? That? Oh, it's a personal heater. It's really cold here in South Carolina. at least at night. So we need a little personal heater to keep me warm. Oh, Rhythmia, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. The green tent thing, that thing over there, that's my Oogie Boogie costume mask thing. If you go a couple videos back, I kind of show off my Oogie Boogie cosplay that I made, and that's the mask. You're in Greenville, South Carolina. Nice. Well, hopefully, you can hit up one of our shows, our live shows, whenever we get a chance to play. That'll be awesome. That would be awesome. I'm going to take a shot for that donation and the last one as well. And then I'm going to sign off. Get some sleep. Get some sleepy sleep. Cheers. Thank you so much for the support. I love you. You're great. You're not aware of this costume? Go follow me on Instagram. Check out my latest videos. I know YouTube is really bad about giving you guys notifications and stuff like that, but all the stuff is there. There's a bunch of really cool photo shoot stuff that I did with that cosplay and with other cosplays that I did. I did a male version of Velma from Scooby-Doo. I did a photo shoot on with that costume. That's on my Instagram. I did a kind of like a what's the male version of a succubus? The incubus. I did like an incubus kind of photo shoot or photo set on my Instagram as well. So yeah, if you want to check those photos out, it's on my Instagram. They're pretty cool. I think you'll like them. And then yeah, I did a video for my Oogie Boogie thing a couple videos ago. So yeah, go check that out. What's my Instagram? It's Dynamic Pudding, all one word. DYNAMICPUDDING. It actually rolled off pretty nicely. DYNAMICPUDDING. But yeah, check that out for sure. Links to all my stuff are in the description down here below on YouTube, so if you're ever confused or you can't find anything, look at the description. Everything is right there, all right there in the bottom. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Hi, Emily. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you super much. All of you guys that donated tonight, you're fantastic. And if you are watching this after the fact, after it's not live anymore and re-uploaded to YouTube, if you made it all the way to this point and you're still awake and you're listening to me talk right now, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for supporting me by watching my videos. I love you. You're great. I hope you continue to enjoy the videos that I make as I can make them. And if you ever feel like you're missing me, or you haven't gotten enough pudding, check out some of my older videos. I've made some really great stuff over the past 4 years, so definitely check that out. Show those videos some love. And yeah, if you want more, just follow me on social media and stuff. I usually post on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, so that's where you can find me. Leslie, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, I will see you guys next time on either another live video or just a regular ASMR video or whatnot. I really enjoy doing these live. I hope you guys enjoy them too. Because instead of just getting like a little 20-minute video, you get like an hour-long video of me just, doing sounds and rambling and talking and interacting with you, which is great. I really enjoy doing live videos a lot more. So I hope you guys enjoy that too. Like, enjoy this kind of format. And yeah, we're almost at 100K, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a cool goal that I've always wanted to reach ever since I started my channel. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I love you. I hope you take care. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Make good decisions, okay? Make sure you have a designated driver if you go out drinking, or if you're in high school and you're partying and whatnot. be responsible. Make sure you call your parents to pick you up or whatever. Be safe. Be home at a reasonable time. Don't get in trouble. You know, it's not worth it. Live a good, happy life. Yeah. Quick thank you to Emily. Appreciate it. Thank you. When's the next live stream? I don't know. I kind of just do them like usually once a week or so. So it's kind of like whenever I'm able to just kind of get on and spend an hour hanging out with you guys. So, yeah, hopefully I'll just catch you on the next one. Make sure you have notifications on. Usually if you hit subscribe and you click the little bell, usually YouTube says you're supposed to get notifications. So I don't know if that works. Some people say it doesn't. Some people say it does. Who knows? I don't know. Try it out. Hope for the best. I don't know. Maybe one of these days YouTube will figure it out. But in the meantime, I love you guys. I hope you take